So hi, I'm Alise Hardy. I went to Colorado School of Mines for my internship. Some background, my professor, mentor, was Andrew Petruska, though I worked very closely with an graduate student, Austin Altmans. So what I'm going to be talking about tonight just is the projects available, what I ended up choosing, and then some other projects we did for fun, and some fun things I did. So these were the projects. One was like a LiDAR camera for in the mines to help with people stranded when mines collapse or when tunneling just gets very hard because of all the dust. Another one was dust, how it affects miners' lungs, and then what I ended up choosing was machine learning with Austin Altmans, and it had to do with learning about how a drill bit, if it gets dull, being able to know that without the miners having to actually stop the machine and turn it off, wait for it to be done, and look at it, and then deem, is it too dull? Is it sharp enough to continue drilling efficiently at the dull or sharpness it's at? So what I ended up actually doing with this was normalizing the data, which is, so we took an audio file and we broke it down and then into different sections of, is it too dull? Is it not? After that, I had to test to make sure that after breaking it down, I didn't change any of the data because it had to be the same data, just sectioned out. The third thing I was able to do was make some tables with all this data, and then which allowed me to just double check, make sure everything was right, and that I could give it to Mr. Altmans as a finished thing, and so he didn't have to go back in and check everything. It was completed. So what was really cool is I got to actually see the drum of the drilling machine. And so the orange is actually the drill bits. The black belt you see is the sound, what picks it up, it's the actual thing that hears the sound. Then the black wire hanging down is the transmitter, which goes to a computer that the miner would be able to see, so he doesn't have to stop the drill. Some other projects we did was just setting up a computer lab. So there's these Raspberry Pi robots that we helped fix and build for Andrew Petruska. And we also set up Draco robots, which was really cool because they were actually pre-programmed, so we were able to drive them around a bit. So we took some field trips. One of them happened to be to the Earth Mechanics Institute, and so that was really cool because they had this huge drill, and that in the middle is the big drill, and then this is the drill bit that goes in the big drill, and then on the left is what it leaves behind. We also got to see a lunar site they had. This was within the institute, which was really cool because it's one of the biggest in the US. And then the explosive lab was really cool because it is the only place on campus they can house and explode explosives. So then some fun things I was able to do was I went hiking, and then I stayed with a roommate at an apartment complex. The roommate just was already there, and so I was able to stay with her. And we went to the farmer's market every Sunday, which was really fun, and we also went to a Grateful Dead concert. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much to Sarah Holbrook and the Pinhead Institute.